Good morning, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518 once again on this Sunday. We welcome you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. This is the 1995 One and Gone. We are round one and game number 5. Welcome to the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's the number 21 San Francisco Giants taking on the number 12 Chicago Cubs here in the first round. The Giants had a record of 67 and 77. The Cubs were 73 and 71. Not a bad team. This team can definitely play ball. Forever Remain 90 is first to join us here at Wrigley Field for this game. As I know, Forever Remain 90 is a White Sox fan, so I'm pretty sure he'll probably be rooting for the G-men in this game against the Cubs as we start this game here at Wrigley Field. Should be a good matchup, I hope. So far in the tournament, we've only played 4 games, and right now they're pretty much, it's to be expected. The only upset was Philadelphia beating the Mets, but there really wasn't much of an upset. The Phillies were the 17th seed, and the Mets were the 16th seed. So far, it really has been chalk for the early part of this tournament. But you never know what might happen when a lower-seeded team plays a good team ready to play. Let's take a look. The starting pitcher for the 1995 Chicago Cubs will be Jamie Navarro. He was 14 and 6 with a 3.28 ERA. I chose him as the Cubs ace. So we are at the friendly confines, and everybody is still settling in. And we are ready to play some baseball. So let's get our way inside pitch before we watch some football today to see if my Dolphins can get to the playoffs. Top of the first inning, leading off for the Giants will be center fielder Darren Lewis. He gets the call here. And we are ready to play. First pitch of the game from Navarro, 5-6 is a strikeout chance, and that 7 is good. He strikes out Lewis, first strikeout for Navarro. Had 128 of them in 95. Wrigley Field has no adjustments to anything. So it is everything on the card. No adjustments. So 1 out. Here is second baseman Robbie Thompson. Navarro will pitch. And that's a 3-4. That's a range play. Thompson takes a swing. It's a 5-2. It's a line drive to shortstop. And that is Sean Dunston. His range is a 3. He can't get it. That's going to be a base hit. It gets right by him. Thompson will hold at first base. Single for Thompson because he gets it by Dunston. And the batter now will be left fielder the Barry Bonds. He had 33 home runs that year in 95. Before a lot of people thought he got on the juice. I don't know. A lot of people say he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Some people don't. He never admitted to it. It's a real shame that maybe the best home run hitter of my time, all right, because I was born a little bit after Hank Aaron. I was born in 69. Hank Aaron was playing, but I never really got to see Hank Aaron hit when I was growing up as a young kid. But I saw Bonds hit. Little difficult to know that the best home run hitter of my time can't be acknowledged as such. Strat roll says a 12, no play. Navarro will pitch. 3-2. That is a home run with a question mark. Bonds is a lefty, though, and that is a 0. So Navarro avoids the home run, so Bonds gets the swing anyway. It's a 1-3, and he flies out to right. And that is out number 2. Here's the third baseman, Matt Williams. Good hitter. Very good hitter, actually. Batted .336 for the Giants that year. That is a 2. Thompson has a possible hit and run, but not with 2 outs. Navarro will pitch. 6-2. That's a range play at the park. Wrigley Field 1-6. It's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Mark Grace. His range is a 3. The infield is normal, and he won't make it. That's a base hit. Is it a single or a double? And that's going to be a single. Thompson base running rating of 4. So that G3 becomes an S9. So that is a +2 is a 6. That makes it a 7. Hill has no adjustment, so Thompson will easily make third on the base hit by Williams. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And here is right fielder Glenn Allen Hill. Tim Pepper joins us here at Wrigley Field. 2 outs. Infield is normal. Strat roll says a 1. Williams is, well, he's got a 20 for a stolen base. And -1. Navarro is 19. Manwaring adds 1. That's a 1 to Matt Williams. He only had 2 stolen bases, but he does get the 1. I'm gonna send him a 1 to 19. Williams is safe. And he's good, and that could be an error. And that could be an error on Manwaring. His error rating is a 9. And that is no error. So Williams does steal. He'll go to second base. So now that puts 2 runners in scoring position for Glenn Allen Hill. I'll re-roll the strat. That is a 13, no play. Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Wrigley Field. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Navarro in an early jam here in the top of the first. Pitch from Navarro, 2-4. That's a walk chance. The 18 is too high. Hill will take a swing, 5-1. Single into center field. Base hit for Hill. Robbie Thompson comes around to score. Matt Williams' base running rating is a 3, +1 is 4. To get on a single to center, you add 2 to get home, which is a 6. Darren Lewis has no arm adjustment, so Williams will automatically score from second. Hill goes to first, 2 RBI base hit, and the Giants jump out to a 2-0 lead on the Cubs. Next batter is the shortstop, Royce Clayton. Hill on it first. And so that stolen base actually made a difference. It scored 2 runs instead of 1. Strat rolls has a 13, no play. The infield is normal. And here is the pitch, 5-5 from Navarro. Range play. Clayton gets the swing. That's a 3-3. It's a star 1. It's a ground ball to second base. That is Ray Sanchez. His range is a 4. The infield is normal. He's got it. He'll throw to first and get the inning. Two runs for the Giants on 3 hits. And the Giants jump out 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Giants get off to a good start. Starting pitcher for the 1995 San Francisco Giants, William VanLandingham. 6-3, 3.67 ERA. Even though he did not have as many starts, I decided to go with him and give him the ace nod, so he is the starting man for the Giants. Leading off for the Cubs, center fielder Brian McRae. As the Cubs fall behind early 2-0, let's see if the Cubs can make a run. 4-6 against a switch hitter. That's a blank. McRae is batting from the left side. McRae does get the hit, 1-5. He hits a base hit past first, and the Cubs get a leadoff man on. Base hit for McRae. He'll hold it first. And that will bring up second baseman Ray Sanchez. Infield goes halfway. We will check the strat roll. That is a 9, no play. VanLandingham with the pitch. 1-6, error on a grounder. Sanchez will swing, 3-5. That's a single into left field. That is a base hit. The ball is hit to left. That is Luis Gonzalez out there. His error rating is a 6. That's a 9. There won't be an error, so it is a normal base running situation. McRae's base running rating is a 3. Single to left, you subtract 2, which is a 1. And Gonzalez has no error rating, has no arm. So on a 1, McRae will get to third base, and he does. McRae gets the third base on it, does, and on the throw, Ray Sanchez's base running rating is a 4. That's a 3, and Sanchez takes second on the throw. Two base hits for the Cubs early, puts McRae on at third, and now Sanchez at second. Cody Travis joins us here at Wrigley Field. Cubs are in business and nobody out. Bottom of the first. Here is the first baseman, Mark Grace. This guy was a beast. Runners at second and third. The infield will stay normal for the Giants. It is in. Strat says an 8. There'll be no play. VanLandingham will pitch. Byron McCray will go on contact. It is a 2-2 on Landingham, and that is a strikeout chance. The 12 is too high. Gray swings 5-5. That's a base hit into left field. That is a single. McCray will come in to score. Sanchez, base running rating of a 4. You add 1 as he's on second. It is a 5. The ball is hit to left. Gonzalez has no arm. A 1-5 on the blue die. Sanchez will score, and he does. That is a 5 on the white die, so Grace will have to hold at first base since the die beats him. Since that was a 1 and the die beats Grace, he holds at first base. And just like that, the Giants scored 2 in the top of the first. The Cubs scored 2 in the bottom of the first, and we are tied. The Giants were 67 and 77. The Cubs were 73 and 71. Cubs did not suck. Now it brings up this guy, right fielder Sammy Sosa. Infield is halfway. I did check the bat, by the way. There is no cork. There's no cork in the bat, okay? I want to let you know there's no cork in Sosa's bats. I checked personally, okay? 3 straight base hits leading off for the Cubs. Strat says a 16. There'll be no play. VanLandingham will pitch. 6-3. Strikeout chance. That 13 is too high. Sosa gets to swing. 6-4. Star 5. It's a fly out to center. And that is the first out. Next batter will be the third baseman, Todd Zeile. Todd Zeile, future Met. He would be on the Mets in 2000 when they won the pennant. Lost to the Yankees in the 2000 Subway Series. Strat coming in. That is an 11, and that will be no play. VanLandingham will pitch. 1-1. That's a strikeout chance. 20, way too high. Zeile will swing. 6-2. It's a ground ball to third. Double play rating for Zeile is a 3. Nothing for VanLandingham. +1 is a 4. The ball is at the third. Second baseman pivot, which is Thompson. No pivot. A 1-4. They're in the double play, and they get it. Third base to second base to first base. Double play, and that does end the inning. 5-4-3, but the Cubs get 2 runs on 3 hits. At the end of 1, we are tied at 2. Buckle up, people. This could be a very good ball game. Steeler fan joins us here at Wrigley Field as he says, good luck to my Dolphins. Well, Fitzpatrick is out due to COVID. Your Steelers are not playing your starters against the Browns, who I would like to see lose. And Indianapolis and Tennessee are both playing teams they should beat. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Top of the second, Jamie Navarro back on the mound. Here is the first baseman for the Giants, Mark Carrion, ex-Met. Carrion got the call at first base for me for the Giants in this tournament. Pitch from Navarro, 6-4. That's a blank. Carrion gets the swing, 2-3. Base hit, center field. That's a single. And so far, the Giants are hitting Navarro hard. Next batter is the catcher, Kurt Manwaring. Infield halfway. And that is a 16, no play. Manwaring has a bunt rating of 4, but doesn't make the bunt. Navarro will pitch, 2-4. That's a walk chance, 12 too high. Manwaring will swing, 6-3. Ground ball to third base. Do they turn a double play? 2 minus 1 is 1, plus 1 is 2. Check. Second baseman for the Cubs is Sanchez. He's a -1 pivot. So the only way they turn 2 is on a 1. They don't get it. Carrion's base running rating is a 3, but becomes a 2 when the infield is halfway. That's still a 2. So he does make it to second, The only throw was at first, and there is one out as they get man wearing. That brings up the pitcher, William VanLandingham, batted 152 as 152 as a pitcher. Well, let's first see if a bunt does come up. It's a 5 that doesn't. VanLandingham's going to hit, but the infield is normal. Navarro's pitch, 5-2. That's a strikeout chance, and of course, the pitcher will go down on strikeouts. That is strikeout number 2 for Navarro, and that is the second out. Here's Darren Lewis. He struck out his first time up, I should say. Carry on at second. Strat roll says a 5, no play. Navarro will pitch, 6-3, and that is a blank. Lewis gets the swing, 4-5. It's a fly ball to right field, and that will end the inning. No runs for the Giants. They do get a hit. As Brandon Baker says, baseball here at Wrigley Field. Pat Hughes and Ron Santo bring you Cubs radio baseball on WGN 70. As Tim Pepper says, let's go Cubs. Bottom of the second. Leading off for the Cubbies, shortstop Shawan Dunston. Pitch from VanLandingham. 4-6 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. That 8 is good. He is gone. Strikeout number 1 for VanLandingham. He had 95 of them in 95. Was not really a hard thrower. VanLandingham, more as a finesse pitcher. Next batter, left fielder Luis Gonzalez. Yes, the Luis Gonzalez, who would, of course, win a championship with the Diamondbacks in 6 years from now. That is I don't know why I'm rolling the strat. VanLandingham's pitch 1-1, strikeout chance. That 7 is good. He gets Gonzalez. Strikeout number 2 on a high fastball. 2 outs, and here is the catcher, Scott Service. VanLandingham's pitch, 6-3. That's a strikeout chance, but that 18 is too high. Here's Service gets to swing, 5-4. He singles to left. And that is a base hit for Service. Here's the pitcher, Jamie Navarro. He batted 185 as a hitter. Still rolling a strat. That is a 2. Service, no hit and run with 2 outs. Landingham with the pitch, 3-6. That's a walk chance. That 5 is too high. Navarro gets the swing, though, 4-3. He grounds it right back to VanLandingham, who will toss it over to first and end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Cubbies at the end of 2. It is Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. So Bob's Tabletop Sports says his inside pitch cards arrived early. You're not separating cards. Take your time. By the way, Bob, take your time. Fold it. You got the 75 season, I think you said. So you don't have as many teams as I'm doing now, since I'm ordering 2017 tomorrow. But take your time with separating the cards. Do not rush. Fold each card individually. Really fold them. What I do is I fold them along the horizontal folds. Take them apart, and then do each card individually. Trust me, you don't want to rip them. They are tough, though. These cards are tougher than some people think. I mean, you are separating cards. All right. Take your time with them. All right. These cards, believe it or not, are tougher than some people think. All right. They're not payoff pitch quality, but they are tough. Just take care of them. We go to the top of the third. Robbie Thompson leads off for the Giants. We are tied at 2. Navarro with the pitch, 1-3 is a walk chance. That 14 is good. He walks Thompson. Thompson trots down to first. Second time Thompson's been on base. And that will bring up Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds almost could have hit a home run if Navarro had passed the check. We will roll a strat, and that is a 1. Thompson has a good chance to steal. He's got the stolen bases on, but with a 7, -1 is a 6. And service, I'm not going to send Thompson, so he's not going to steal. Bonds will, so I'll call off the steal. You had one sheet that was miscut at an angle. Yeah, that could happen. If you have any mistakes at all, Bob, any mistakes, all right, if you have any mistakes, take a picture of the mistake and send it to Chris. Email it to him. He will take care of it. Trust me, I've had, ordering all of his seasons, I've had a number of them. Some misnamed, some teams that were not with the wrong colors, some players with the wrong color of the teams. Take a picture and email it to him and let him know if it's that bad, if it was miscut at a bad angle, all right. I mean, I have in my 70, I think in my 77 season, my Pirates players were off cut a little bit of an angle, but it wasn't bad enough where I thought I needed to bitch to him about it. But if there's anything wrong, like a bad color, wrong spelling, anything you find, let him know. Let him know. I'll give you an example here as soon as we got out the inning. Pitch from Navarro, 4-6. That is a strikeout chance, but the 20's too high. Bonds gets the swing, 2-4. It popped it out to short. And that's the first out. Here is Matt Williams. I'll roll strat again. 19. Williams is not going to do anything. Navarro's pitch. 4-3. That's a straight home run check. Matt Williams against a righty is a 20, which means I don't even have to check the dice. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to center field. It is gone. Home run, Matt Williams. Two-run jack. Jamie Navarro pitches Matt Williams a grapefruit, and he turns it into fruit salad. And it is now 4-2 Giants. Wrigley Field groans. Ugh, and they throw that baseball back out on the field. Bob's table. I thought he screwed up the Yankee Stadium card, but then I realized that Yankee Stadium was shot. Yes, Bob, that's correct. And I caught him on that. He went ahead. When I ordered the 74 and 75 seasons, he had Yankee Stadium, okay, on the he had Yankee Stadium for the Yankees. That is correct. They were at Shea Stadium for those 2 years when Yankee Stadium was being renovated. It's nice to know that he fixed his main set, because I got Yankee Stadium cards, and then he sent me Shea Stadium cards, okay, in Yankee colors, all right, for that. So good. That is exactly the example I wanted to bring up. I am very happy he took care of that for you. So good. That he did right. They were at Shea at 74 and 75. One out still in the top of the third. It's now 4-2. Here's Glenn Allen Hill, as Navarro served up a softball there to Williams. And that is a 3-2 on his card. That is another home run with a question mark. Hill's batting from the right side, a 1-10. That's a 3. It's good. And that means Glenn Allen Hill on a 1-12. He goes back to back. And no, it's a 20, so it's a blank. But Hill does get to swing, 5-2. And he still gets a base hit past second base. And that is a single for Hill. Next batter is the shortstop, Royce Clayton. Infield is halfway. Hill on it first. Definitely a stealing threat. And that is a 10, no play. Navarro will pitch. 4-1. That's a strikeout chance, 17 too high. Clayton will swing, 5-1. He belts a base hit past shortstop. Hill's base running rating is a 2. There is no way he gets to third on that, so he will stop at second. Needed to be a 5 in order to get to third base. And now the batter is Carry On. Infield still halfway. Strat rolls as a 10, no play. Navarro will pitch. That is Suadice. I'll re-roll. 6-2. That's a range play at the park. Wrigley Field says 4-1. That is a home run to the pull side. So here's what we do first. First, we check to see if there's a home run. Navarro is a right. Carry on is a righty. And against the right-hander, he hits a 15. That is a 1. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field. It is gone. Mark Carry-On blasts a home run. And since there was a home run, the range play doesn't come into play. And that is a 3-run jack by Mark Carry-On. Carry-On blasts a 3-run homer off of Navarro. And the Giants have opened it up 7-2. Jamie Navarro, they're going to go talk to him real quick. And they're going to see, he's already given up 7 runs. And the Cubs bullpen is going to get ready here. But the Giants already up on the Cubs 7-2 here in the top of the third. We got a long way to go yet. And still 1 out. Kurt Manwaring is the batter. And I'm going to check to see if Navarro, I'm going to check to see if that passes his check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 7 runs. Yeah, that's going to be it for Navarro. I got to yank him. Navarro's given up 7 runs, and he is done. The Cubs will go to the pen. They got a couple of right-handers coming up, so let's see who the Cubs want to bring out. And they're going to go out. They're going to bring out, I don't know if you want to bring him out. We need a long reliever here. Shoot, he got mixed up there. Need a long reliever here, I think. Well, let's see here. Darn. They're going to bring out right-hander Anthony Young, 3-4, 2 saves, a 3.70 ERA. He can pitch to 8 batters. So the fans here at Wrigley Field are not enjoying the game at the moment. Kurt Manwaring leads off as a batter against Young. Manwaring 0 for 1. And that is a 2-6. That is a blank. He's not tired. Just entered the game. Manwaring gets to swing 2-1. That's a ground out to second. Finally, 2 outs. And now the batter is the pitcher, VanLandingham. Young will pitch 3-6. That's a range play at the park. Wrigley Field says 3-6 at the star 6, the ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Todd Zeal. His range is a 2. And he won't make it. VanLandingham has a base hit. And that is a ground ball to third. So is that a single or a double? That's a double. VanLandingham hit it down the line, and he will hold it second. That G3 becomes a D7. And VanLandingham holds it second. Even the Giants pitchers are getting into this. Next batter is Darren Lewis. Two outs, rolling strat. And that is a 2. VanLandingham's not doing anything, and no hit and run. Young will pitch 1-6, and that against a righty, that's a blank. Lewis gets to swing 1-1, and against the right-hander, that's a base hit. It's a single for Darren Lewis. Does Landingham score? His base running rating's a 1, plus 1 from 2 outs is 2. That is an S5. No, he does not. He has to have a base running rating of 5, so Landingham stops at third. But a base hit for Lewis. The batter now is Robbie Thompson with 2 outs. Rolling a strat. That's an 18. Thompson not going to bunt. Pitch from Young, 2-2. That's a blank. Thompson gets the swing, 4-6. That's a ground ball to short, and the throw will go to second to get Lewis, and the inning finally comes to an end. 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 2 homers, a home run by Williams, and a home run by Carry On. It is 7-2 Giants going in the bottom of the third. As Cards and Dice Baseball TV with Tony Porter joins us here at Wrigley Field. Bottom of the third inning. It may be a 7-2 lead for the Giants, but this Cubs lineup definitely can score runs. Brian McRae leads off. He had a single his last time up. Pitch from VanLandingham, 2-2. Strikeout chance, 3 is good. McRae goes down. And that is strikeout number 3 for Bill. Next batter is Ray Sanchez. VanLandingham, 6-5. Range play at the park. Wrigley Field says 4-2. That's a star 1. It's a ground ball to second. The ball is hit to Thompson. His range is a 2. He can't make it. Base hit. And Ray Sanchez hits one by Robbie Thompson, and the Cubs have a man on. Second hit of the game for Sanchez. Next batter is Mark Grace. With 1 out, infield goes halfway. Strat roll says a 7, no play. Pitch from VanLandingham, 4-2. Strikeout chance, the 5, too high. Grace avoids the strikeout. He does get the hit. 3-3. It's a ground ball to short. Double play rating 1. Nothing from VanLandingham. Halfway is 2. Second baseman for the Giants is Thompson. He has no adjustment. A 1-2. They turn it. And they do. Shortstop to second to first. Double play. Inning over. Six, 4-3. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. Still 7-2 in favor of the G-Men. We go to the top of the fourth. Anthony Young in replacement of Jamie Navarro, who got racked for 7 runs. And leading off for the Giants is that guy. He is 0 for 2. Infield is normal. Pitch from Young. That's a 6-1 error on a grounder. Bonds will go ahead and take a swing. 1-4. That's a double smack into center field in the deep part of Wrigley Field right there. The ball is hit to center. That is Darren Lewis. His error rating is a 2. He avoids it just barely. That's a 3. There won't be an error. He's got it. But Bonds is safe at second with a double. Should say not Lewis. That should be McRae. McRae still has an error rating of 2. He's good. Barry Bonds on its second. Here is Matt Williams. He already has a home run in this game. As the fans here at Wrigley wondering what's going on, the number 12 Cubs are right now being crushed by the number 21 Giants. Am I still rolling Strat? Yes, I am. That is an 8. No play. Young will pitch. 3-6. That's a range play at the park. Getting a lot of range plays at the park today. So let's see what Wrigley Field has to say. That's a 4-1, and that is a home run to the pull side, and Williams has 20s on both. I don't even have to roll the dice. Crack. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to left field, and it is gone. Cubs pitchers throwing batting practice. Matt Williams, his second home run of the game. And, of course, no range play since it is a home run because, well, you can't climb into the stands and get the ball. And the Giants now lead it 9-2 on the Cubs. And the batter is Glenn Allen Hill. Still nobody out here in the top of the fourth. The Giants came to play. Here's the pitch from Young. And that is a 4-2. That's another range play. Hill gets to swing 6-5. That's a fly ball to left. That ball is hit to Luis Gonzalez. His range is a 4. I'll re-roll that. And he's got it. Nice play by Gonzalez on the 4. Just nails it. That's the first out. Fly out to left. Next batter is Royce Clayton. Pitch from Young. That is a 2-5, and that is a strikeout chance, and the 5 gets him. Strikeout for Clayton. That's out number 2. Anthony Young is now tired. I'll put the die on him to let him know. And here's a player that I'm sure Tony will recognize his name as being a Met. Here is Mark Carrion. I'm sure Tony will recognize that. He will recognize that name, Mark Carrion. Carrion is 2 for 2 today. He has a single and a homer. So Anthony Young will pitch to Carrion. And that is a 6-1. That's an error on a grounder. Carrion will swing 2-2. That's a ground ball to first. The ball is hit to Grace. His error rating is a 4. 10 on the die, not a problem. Grace has got it. He'll throw to Anthony Young to make the play, and the inning is over. 2 runs for the Giants on 2 hits. A home run by Matt Williams is second of the game. 9-2 G-Men. Bottom of the fourth. And leading off for the Cubs is that guy. And by the way, every time he comes up the bat, I will check to see if there's any cork in it. And there's no cork in Sammy Sosa's bat. So here's Sosa with an uncorked bat. I did x-ray it. Here's the pitch from VanLandingham. 6-2, possible error. Sosa swings 6-6. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Clayton. His error rating is a 7. That's a 12. He's got it. Throws to first, out number 1. Next batter will be Todd Zeile, which I'm pretty sure he will know. He will also remember that name, Todd Zeile, who, of course, was on the 2000 Mets when they won the pennant and lost to the Yankees. 3-5 from Landingham. That's a blank. Zeile will bat 3-5. That's a star 1. Ground out to second base. 2 outs. And the next batter is Shawan Dunston. And here is the pitch. That's a 1-1 strikeout chance. 19 too high. Dunston swings 4-2. That's a ball. That's a question mark 7. And that is a 6. And against the righty, that will be a single for Dunston. He gets a base hit. They'll trot on down to first. And that next batter will be Luis Gonzalez. 2 outs. Out infield will be normal. Am I rolling Strat? No, I'm not, but I'm rolling for pickoff. No pickoff play. Strat is now taken off. But I will be rolling for pickoffs. Pitch from VanLandingham. 2-6 against the lefty. Base hit right up the middle. Single 1. That's a single. Dunston base running rating is a 4, and he will make it to third easily. He needs to at least be a 4. With 2 outs, he's actually a 5. So Dunston goes to third on a base hit by Gonzalez. And now here is Scott Service. Service coming up, runners at the corners. Can the Cubs do anything with the base runners? They need to get back in this game. No, this is 95. I've been doing 95 for the last few days, Tony. This is 95. No pickoff roll. VanLandingham will pitch 5-2, and against the righty, that's a star line. It's an automatic out. Star 4, ground out to short, and the inning ends there. No runs, 2 hits for the Cubs. It is 9-2 Giants. No, the 85 was done a while ago. This is 95 now. We go to the top of the 5th, and they got some righties coming up. Anthony Young is tired. Might as well change the. But the thing about it, he's due to bat first in the bottom of the 5th inning. Let's see if Anthony Young can go. Kurt Manwaring leads off for the G-men. Pitch from Young, 6-2, wild pitch. That's ball 1. He'll do it again. 4-4. That's a strikeout chance. The 19 too high. Manwaring swings 1-3. Fly ball left field. That's the first out. And here's Bill VanLandingham. He got a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Pitch from Young, 6-4. That is a blank. VanLandingham, 6-6. And Landingham gets his second hit of the game. That's a base hit to center. He will hold. VanLandingham now 2 for 3. He's helping out his cause for the Giants today. And here's Darren Lewis. 1 out, infield halfway. Not Strat, but rolling for pickoff. And there is none. Young will pitch. That's a 1-1, and against the righty, it's a blank. Lewis gets the swing. 5-3. That's a star 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to first. Lewis's double play rating 2. +1 is 3. +2 is 5. And for first base, shortstops automatically pivot. Shortstop for the Cubs is Dunston -1. So a 1-4, they turn it. And they do. First base to shortstop, back to first, inning over on a double play by Darren Lewis. 3-6-3, no runs, 1 hit for the Giants. It remains 9-2 in favor of the G-men. Bottom of the 5th. Anthony Young coming out. The Cubs will go to the bench to go up against Landingham. And I do go by most at bats when in the part of the game. So let's see what we got. And coming on to pinch hit will be Jose Hernandez against VanLandingham. The Cubs will have a new pitcher, of course. VanLandingham will pitch to Hernandez. And that is a 2-2. That's a strikeout chance. The 14 is good. He got him. Hernandez goes down on strikes. That is strikeout number 4 for VanLandingham, out number 1. Top of the order, here's Brian McRae. Landingham with the pitch, 4-3 against the lefty. That is going to be a blank. He's a switch hitter left. That is a 2-1 for McRae. Star 1, ground out to second. That is the second out. And now Ray Sanchez. Landingham will pitch. 3-1 against the righty. That's a straight home run. Check. Sanchez has a home run rating of 2 against the righties. That is a 4. He just missed it. So it's a blank. He does get to swing, though. 6-4, and he hits a long fly ball to left field, but it's going to die out there, and that's going to get caught by Gonzalez. I'm sorry, that's going to get caught by Bonds, and the inning is over. First 1, 2, 3 inning thrown by VanLandingham. At the end of 5, 9-2 in favor of the Giants. We go to the top of the 6th. 2 righties and a lefty coming up. Robbie Thompson leads off for the guys by the Bay. Cubs need a pitcher. And we're in the 6th inning, so let's see who I want to bring out for them. And they will go with... They're going to go with Mike Perez. 2-6, 2 saves, 3.66 ERA. He can pitch to 5 batters before being tired. Robbie Thompson leads off for the Giants here. They lead 9-2 as the Giants are doing it with the long ball. Pitch from Perez, 6-1. That's a blank. Thompson gets the swing, 4-5, and that's a ground out to third. That's out number 1. Here is that guy. Bonds is 1 for 3. Pitch from Perez, 4-6, strikeout chance, 16 too high. Bonds gets the swing, 3-6, star 4. He hits a deep fly ball to left, but it's going to die there as well. That's a fly out to left, out number 2. And now here is Matt Williams, who's having a heck of a game. He is 3 for 3, 2 homers and a single. Matt Williams having a big game today. Pitch from Perez, 3-5, hit by pitch. That's too high. 15 is too high. Williams has a 5. Perez adds 6, but that's a 15. So Williams does get to swing. That's a 6-4, and he grounds it to short this time. And for the first time in this game, the Giants are set down in order. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 9-2, San Francisco. Here's another beast of a guy leading off for the Cubs, and that would be Mark Grace. Grace is 1 for 2. Pitch from VanLandingham, bottom of the 6th, 2-6. And that is against the lefty. That's a base hit right up the middle. Grace goes ahead and puts it right through VanLandingham, and the Cubs start with a man on. The Cubs have got to get base runners to try to get back into this game. Second hit for Grace. And here is Sammy Sosa. Unfortunately, he took the bat away from me before I can x-ray it, so I do not know what's in the bat. That is a 20. Landingham throws to first. And Grace gets back safely. Now VanLandingham will throw to Sosa. And that is a 1-3. That is a walk plus 10. And Sosa will trot down to first, as when I told VanLandingham I wasn't sure if the bat was corked, he just decided to walk Sosa anyway. And no runners at first on second. I guess you could say that. Cubs are in business, though. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. They better take advantage of it. Here's Todd Zeal. They're going to go talk to VanLandingham for a moment, calm him down a bit. Cubs got a chance here. I know it's only a 9-2 game, but it's a 9-2 game, but you better be careful. Strat roll says at 15, no play. But wrong for pickoff, actually. VanLandingham, 2-3. That's a strikeout chance. And the 8 got him. He gets Zeal on a strikeout. That's a big K. That's strikeout number 5 for VanLandingham. And here's Dunston. No pickoff. Dunston's 1 for 2. Pitch on the way. 2-3. That's a strikeout chance. He gets Dunston on the strikeouts. Strikeout number 6 for VanLandingham. After allowing 2 base runners, he gets up 2 big Ks. Here's Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez comes up. He is 1 for 2. Pickoff chance, not there. VanLandingham will go ahead and pitch to Gonzalez. Needs to have a big hit. Pitch. That's a 1-3. That's a walk plus 10, and that's good. And the bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. And the batter is Scott Service. He's 1 for 2, and he will bat at 265. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Infield is normal, of course, with 2 outs. Big time here. Fans here at Wrigley definitely want to see something. Rolling a pickoff. None. VanLandingham will pitch. 3-1 against the right-hander. That's a home run check. Against this, that's a 17. That's a 16. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is hit deep to right field. It is gone. Scott Service grand salami. And just with one swing and a bat, the Cubs are back in this game. Scott Service grand salami. Stadium cheers. Yay! He comes through with a big slap. Cubs are still down by a lot, but now it's 9-6. Scott Service grand slam home run. And the Cubs are alive. They'll talk to VanLandingham, and he is due to bat 5th in the next time up. They're going to talk to him, make sure. We do have a pinch hitter coming up for Perez, as Perez was due to bat next. And coming up to bat for him will be Rick Wilkins. Rick Wilkins will go up against VanLandingham. 2 outs, but now it's 9-6. VanLandingham will go ahead and pitch. He's not tired yet. 3-5. That's a home run with a question mark against the lefty. 1-18. The 8 passes. Does Wilkins get a pinch hit home run? His home run rating against the righties a 10. A 1-10. We're back to back. Gone! Home run, Rick Wilkins. He comes off the bench and slaps a blast into left field. That is out of here. You're kidding me. Rick Wilkins comes off the bench and smacks a pinch hit home run, and the score is now 9-7. The next batter is Brian McRae, and that is all for VanLandingham. He is coming out. The Giants will go to the pen. I think they'll bring in a right-hander. And coming on to pitch for the Giants will be Dave Burba. 10-4, 3.97 ERA. Dave Burba will pitch to Brian McRae here. Now it's 9-7. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The Cubs are back in this game. Burba will pitch 3-5. That's a range play. McRae gets the swing, 2-6. Ground ball to short. That's hit to Clayton. His range is a 4. He can't get it. It's a base hit from McRae. The inning continues. McRae slaps it past Clayton. And a chance now for Ray Sanchez. Strat roll is reactivated. And that is a 14 no play. Burba will go ahead and pitch. That's a 6-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Sanchez will swing 6-3 against a righty. Single past the shortstop for a base hit. McRae's base running rating is a 3, and it needs to be a 5 in order to get to third. And even with 2 outs makes it a 4, so McRae will have to hold at second base. Unbelievable. Dave Burba comes in, gives up 2 base hits. Sanchez moves McRae over. The batter now is Mark Grace. All of this happening with 2 outs. A grand slam by Scott Service. Then a pinch hit home run by Rick Wilkins. And now the Cubs have a chance to literally steal the lead. 2 outs. Strat rolls, says a 6, no play. Burba will pitch to Grace. That's a 4-1. That's a strikeout chance, and he got him. Oh. Got him on a K, and the inning is over. 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. The Cubs duplicate the Giants' third inning. The Giants were 5 runs on 6 hits. The Cubs were 5 runs on 6 hits. At the end of 6, 9-7. We got a ball game, people. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 3 straight right-handers coming up for the Giants. Glenn Allen Hill will lead it off. Cubs will got to go to the pen. Probably bring out a right-hander, and that's going to be Mike Walker. 1 win, 3 losses, a save, 3.22 ERA. Walker will come on and pitch to Glenn Allen Hill to start the top of the 7th. Mike Walker with the pitch, 5-1, walk plus 10, that's good. On that 3, Hill will travel to first base. So he walks the leadoff batter. Here's Royce Clayton. Infield goes halfway. Rolling for Strat. Strat is activated, 19. Clayton is not... does he bunt? Let's see here. His bunt rating is a 2. No, he doesn't bunt. Nope, he doesn't. I'm sorry. No play. Mike Walker will pitch. 4-1 is a blank. Clayton gets the swing. His own 4-1. Star 6. It's a fly out to right. And Hill holds it first for out number 1. Here's Mark Carrion. Carrion 2 for 3, a single and a homer in this game. Rolling a Strat, that's a 19, no play. Walker will pitch. 4-1, that is a blank. And that is Sewer Dice. I'll re-roll. 4-1 on Carrion's card. That is a ball. That is a question mark 7. That ball that's a 9. It's hit the right field, and that's going to be a double for Mark Carrion. Hill's base running rating is a 2. That's a double to left, -1 to get the home. And the left fielder for the Cubs is Gonzalez, no arm. So the only way Hill can score is on a 1. He does not get it. As a matter of fact, it's a 6. The throw comes to the plate, and he is out of there. Glenn Allen thrown out at the plate. Glenn Allen Hill. Mark Carrion with a base running rating of 3. Advances to third on the throw. A big throw by Luis Gonzalez guns down Glenn Allen Hill at the plate. Carrion does go to third. It is 2 outs. And the batter now will be Kurt Manwaring. Big throw out by Gonzalez to prevent the run from scoring. That's Carry-On's third hit of the game. Manwaring is the only player that's not joined the hit parade in this game for the Giants. Let's see, 2 outs. Strat rolls as a 6, no play. Walker will pitch to Manwaring. That's a 5-2. It's a strikeout chance. That 12 is too high. Manwaring will get a swing. 3-4 against a right-hander. Single past shortstop for a base hit. Manwaring joins the hit parade. That will score Carry-On, and the Giants now get 1 run back and now lead it 10-7. Manwaring will hold it first. And now every batter now in the Giant lineup has gotten at least 1 hit. 10-7 now, Cubbies. And we're going to see a pinch hitter for Dave Burba as he is done. And it's going to be Deion Sanders. Yes, he was on the Giants in 95. Deion Sanders. I wanted to use him to start in center field, but Darren Lewis had more at-bats, so I have to use Lewis instead. Deion Sanders will pinch hit against Walker with 2 outs. It's prime time. Runner at first base, but there's 2 outs. Still rolling Strat. And that is a 10, no play. Walker will pitch. That's a 2-3. Wild pitch. That's a 14 ball 1. Good stop there by Service. We'll do it again. Walker pitches 3-1. That's a blank. Deion takes a swing 1-2, and he grounds out to first. And that will end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits for the Giants. 7th inning stretch, 10-7 in favor of the G-Men. Timeout for a moment. I'll be right back. It's exhausting. Bottom half of the 7th inning coming up. Giants need a pitcher. Let's see, you got 3 right-handers coming up. I think the Giants will stay with the right-handers, and they're going to go with Giant bullpen. Ugh. And coming on to pitch for the Giants will be, well, Scott Service. Yes, you heard me right. Scott Service is going to pitch for the Giants here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And yes, it's a very possibility we could have, if we get to the 4th batter, we could have Scott Service pitching to Scott Service. Scott Service 3-1 with a 3.19 ERA. He will come on and pitch. Here's Sammy Sosa. And I told Scott Service that I didn't get to check. Sosa hit his bat, so I don't know if it's corked or not. 10-7, bottom of the 7th coming up. Pitch from Service. That's a 4-4-2. That's a possible error. Sosa gets the swing. 3-3. It's a single to shortstop. That ball is hit to Clayton. His error rating is a 7. That's a 17, so it's not going to be an error. But Sosa does get a base hit. It's an infield single, and there was no way Clayton was going to get him out. So he holds the ball, infield single for Sosa. Cubs get the leadoff man on base. And here's Todd Zeile, infield halfway. That's a 20. Service throws to first to get Sosa. Sosa is safe. Nice throw by Service, but Sosa got back in time. Infield halfway. Pitch from Service. 5-5. That's a wild pitch. That 12. Is it a pass ball? Manwaring's got to block it. A 1-4. And he does it. It gets by him. That's a 5. Sosa will go to second on a pass ball. Oh, Manwaring couldn't block it in time. Sosa will go to second. The infield goes back to normal. Todd Zeile is 0 for 3 in this game, but now a runner on second base. And I will re-roll the strat. And that is a 1. Sosa, let's see, 6 minus 1 is a 5 divided by 2. Sosa could steal third. 17 stolen base rating plus 1 is an 18. Manwaring plus 1 is a 19. Sosa's going to try to steal third base. The only way he gets thrown out is on a 20. Nope. And Sosa steals third. And now a big run is at third base for the Cubs. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Infield still normal. I'll re-roll the strat again. That's a 3. This time nothing happening. No hit and run with a runner on third. Service will pitch. Infield is normal. Giants are going to play for the out. Sosa will go on contact. 5-2. Service against the righty. That's a strikeout chance. The 18 is too high. Zeile will swing. 3-6. Ground ball to third. The throw is going to... Sosa is running. The throw is going to go to first. It's going to be out number 1. So Zeile is out. Sosa will score. It's 10-8. As the Giants decided to get the out. And now it's 10-8 game. Here's Sean Dunston. I know Scott Service has Special K. I got to keep on looking for that. Because it gives me the idea. I know if I'm going to override it, why roll it? It's because it gives me the option that the play is available. That's all. Sometimes the play's not available. Sometimes I want to steal. But if the strat roll doesn't come up that way, I'm not going to do it. Service will pitch to Dunston. And that is a 6-3. Error on a grounder. Dunston takes a swing. 3-1. A ball, question mark 8. Ball hit to center field. That is a 9. And that's going to be a double for Dunston. The ball is at the center. Lewis's error rating is a 2. That is a 9. It's not an error. But Dunston is safe at second with a double. We got one crazy game going on here. Dunston on second with a double. The batter now is Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 1 for 3. Rolling a strat. That's a 6. No play. Service will go ahead and pitch to Gonzalez. And that is a 4-6. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a star 1. It's a fly out to left. And that's a fly out to left. And Dunston with a base running rating of 4. No advance check, so he has to stay at second base. 2 outs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you have Scott Service pitching to Scott Service. How about that? Still rolling the strat. That's a 6, no play. Pitch from Scott Service. That's a 4-4. It's a walk chance, and that 5 is good. He walks Scott Service, walks Scott Service, and he'll go to first. And we'll see a pinch hitter from Mike Walker as the pitcher spot is due up. Coming on to pinch hit for the Cubs will be Scott Bullitt. That's another good baseball name. Scott Bullitt. Really? Yep, Scott Service pitches to Scott Service. Scott Service, the pitcher, his last name is spelled Service. The batter, Scott Service, his last name is spelled Servais. And they are sounded exactly the same. And yep, Scott Bullitt. Yep, another good baseball name. 2 outs. 2 outs, 10-8 Giants. Fans here at Wrigley can't believe what they're seeing. Service is now tired, by the way, and they're going to take him out. Scott Service will not pitch to Bullitt. We'll see a new pitcher. Because a single one scores. So let's see what the Giants want to do. And coming on to pitch for the Giants will be Sean Barton. 4-1, 1 save, a 4.26 ERA. Sean Barton will pitch to Scott Bullitt. 2 outs, lefty on lefty. Rolling a strat. Strat roll says 18, no play. Barton will pitch. 6-2, it's a blank. Bullitt will swing. 2-6, single past first base. It's a base hit for Bullitt. Bullitt comes off the bench and gets a single. Dunstan's base running rating is a 4. He will score easily from second base, so Dunstan comes in to score. Service's base running rating is a 1. In order to get to third base needs to be a 2, and he will have it because of 2 outs. So Service gets the third. Bullitt is on first. It's 10-9. Base hit by Scott Bullitt off the bench, and it's now a 10-9 ball game. Top of the order for the Cubs, there's Brian McRae. Timeout on the field. Real quick here. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Another crazy game here at RJL 518. Strat roll says a 1. Service is not doing anything. Bullitt, though, can steal. 6 minus 1 is a 5. Bullitt stolen base rating of 15 minus 1 is a 14. Man wearing plus 1, a 1 to 15. 75% chance for him to steal second base. You know what? If you get thrown out in this moment, I don't think so. I'll call that off. I'll let McRae hit. McRae does bat 288. Pitch from Barton. 3-3. That's a blank. McRae gets the swing. 6-4. It's a ground ball to first base, and that will end the inning. Two runs for the Cubs on 1, 2, 3 hits. At the end of 7, Giants leading 10-9. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Leading off for the Giants is Darren Lewis. And I think we'll see a new right-hander for the Cubs coming out. And that's going to be Turk Wendell. 3-1, 4.92 ERA. Turk Wendell. There's another blast from the past. I'm pretty sure that name reminds you of a few there, Tony. Turk Wendell. He'll pitch to Darren Lewis here to start the top of the 8th. Pitch from Wendell. 4-2, strikeout chance. 13 too high. Lewis gets to swing. 6-4, ground out to first. Out number 1. Here's Robbie Thompson. Yep, Agent 99. That's right. Agent 99. Wendell will pitch. 4-1. That's a range play at the park. Wrigley Field, 5-1. That's a double hit to left field, but it's got a chance for Luis Gonzalez. His range is a 4. Does he turn that double into an out? No, he doesn't. It's just over his head. And Thompson will be at second base. Thompson smacks a double, and a big run is there for the Giants. And here is Barry Bonds. Bonds is 1 for 4. My rolling strat. Yes, I am. Strat roll says a 19. No play. Wendell will go ahead and pitch to Bonds. 4-2. Strikeout chance. 18 too high. Bonds gets to swing. 1-4. That's a double in the center field. He smacks that off the ivy right in center. Thompson coming around third. He will score. Bonds goes to second. It's now 11-9 Giants as the Giants get 1 run back. RBI double by Bonds as he goes to second base. Modine joins us here at Wrigley Field and says, what football game is this? And here is Matt Williams. Williams, 3 for 4 tonight, 2 home runs and a single. Bonds on its second. 1 out. And I'm still rolling a strat. And that says a 6, no play. Bonds has an attempt to 5, but it would, however, for him to steal third, it would have had to be pretty much a 2. No hit and run, so Bonds will stay at second base. Wendell will pitch to Williams. And that's a 2-6 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. That 3 is good. He gets Williams. Big K by Wendell. A chance now for Glenn Allen Hill. He is 2 for 3. Runner on second, 2 outs. Strat roll says a 12, no play. Wendell will pitch. 5-2 against the righty. That's a strikeout plus 10. And that 4 gets Hill, and the inning ends there. Giants do get a run on 2 hits and now lead it 11-9. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 rights and a left coming up. Sean Barton coming out of the game for the Giants. They'll go to the pen. The Giants are going to go ahead and bring out Mark Dewey. 1-0, 1 win, no losses, 3.13 ERA. Dewey will come out and pitch. Ray Sanchez leads off for the Cubs. In the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch from Dewey, 1-5. That's a home run with a question mark. Sanchez is a righty, 1-15. That's a 5. It passes. Ray Sanchez against the righty needs a 2. A 1-2. Sanchez gets a home run. He does not get it. It's a blank. Sanchez will swing, though. And that's a 5-1. It's a star 4, and it's a fly out the left. So Sanchez did one high, deep, and caught. Out number 1. Here is Mark Grace. C&D Baseball says 3 field goals for the Cubs. Mark Grace against Dewey. Pitch from Dewey, 3-6. That's a strikeout chance. He got him. Struck him out. Grace goes down for the second time. The batter now is Sammy Sosa. I did check his bat this time. I didn't see any cork in it. So here's the pitch from Dewey. That's a 1-3. It's a double question mark, and that's a 4, and that's going to be a base hit no matter what. So Sammy Sosa smacks a single right up the middle, right past Dewey, and Sosa gets his 3rd hit of the game. 3rd straight single for Sosa. It now brings up Todd Zeal, tying run at the plate with 2 outs. Strat roll says a 19. Zeal is not going to bunt, so I'll go ahead and roll normally. Dewey will pitch to Zeal. Dewey's pitch, 2-6. Strikeout chance, got him. He strikes out Zeal, and the inning ends there. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. 11-9. We go to the 9th. In another crazy game here at RJL 518. Top of the 9th inning. Royce Clayton leads off for the Giants. Turk Wendell coming out. Cubs are going to go to probably their best pitcher to try to keep this a 2-run game. And it's going to be Randy Myers. 1 win, 2 losses, 38 saves. They're going to bring out the closer. Myers' job is very simple. Keep it 11-9. Royce Clayton leads off for the G-Men, top of the 9th. Myers will pitch, 5-6. Walk chance at 8 is good. Clayton has a walk rating of 8. He will go to first. And he walks the leadoff batter. Mark Carrion will come on and take the swing. He is 3 for 4 today. A single, a double, and a home run. Clayton needs a triple to get the cycle, but the only way he gets that is off the ballpark card. He will not get that off of his own. Infield halfway. Am I rolling strat? No, but I am rolling for pickoff. No pickoff. Myers will pitch. 1-6. That's a home run with a question mark. Carry on. A 1-6 would be that. That's a 15 too high. Carry on will go ahead and swing, though. That's a 3-1, and he popped out to short. That's the first out. Got way under that pitch. Here's Kurt Manwaring. Manwaring 1 for 4. That's a 1. Clayton does have a chance to steal. Let's see. 15 minus 1 is a 14. Service is a 0. I'm going to send Clayton on a steal. 1-14. Clayton is safe. He's thrown out of there easily on a 20. Holy cow. Scott Service guns down Clayton at second base. Out number 2. Guns him down. Stadium cheers a little bit because that could have been a big run. Now 2 outs with Manwaring at the plate. Pitch from Myers, 6-2. Strikeout plus 10, and that will get him out on a 6. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Will we see some 9th inning magic? 11-9. Leading off for the Cubs is Sean Dunston. He will come out to bat. Coming out to pitch for the Giants is Rod Beck. They got him listed as Rodney Beck on there. That doesn't bother me. Rod Beck, 5 wins, 6 losses, 33 saves. Rod Beck will pitch to Dunston here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pitch from Beck. That's a 1-5. Strikeout chance, 14 too high. Dunston gets the swing. 6-5 single right past second base. Base hit. The tying run will come to the plate. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 inning at RJL 518 in the 9th? I think not. Here's Luis Gonzalez. Infield will go halfway. Gonzalez does have some home run power. Fans here at Wrigley on their feet, cheering on Gonzalez. Not rolling a strat or pickoff. Beck will pitch. That's a 3-4. It's a walk chance. 20 is too high. Gonzalez will swing. 5-2. Fly ball right field. Out number 1. That's put away by Hill. The batter now is Scott Service. Service is 2 for 3. He hit a grand slam in the 6th. Grand slam home run by Service in the 6th. Dunston on it first. No strat, no pickoff. We roll. Here's the pitch. Beck, a 4-5. That's at the park. Wrigley Field. 4-6. It's a fly ball straight away center field. Darren Lewis will make the catch. Out number 2. Oh, boy. That was close. And a pinch hitter coming up for Randy Myers. It's the 9th inning. I can take the best hitter off the bench. And with a 4.11 average, that's going to be Todd Haney. Todd Haney batted .411, 73 at-bats in 95. I can take this player. He is good in the 9th inning. So Rod Beck will have to deal with Haney. 2 outs. The infield is back to normal. Fans here at Wrigley on their feet, hoping for a big hit. Haney on there against Beck. Beck trying to close it and send the Giants into the next round. 2-2. Strikeout chance. 11 is too high. Haney gets the swing. 4-4. Fly ball hit the right field. Glenn Allen Hill gets under it. Pumps once. Taps his glove. Puts out his glove. Block. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. Giants beat the Cubs 11-9 in really the first upset of this tournament. Giants get the upset over the Cubs, 20 runs in this game. And it knocks the Cubs out of the tournament, and they are the first real top seed to get knocked out as the Giants will move on. And for those of you wondering who the next game will be, for all you Yankee fans and haters, the Toronto Blue Jays take on the New York Yankees tomorrow, 1995. Inside pitch, 1 and gone. That will be tomorrow. The Giants will take on the winner of that game. And we have some more baseball coming your way. Payoff pitch tonight. We got Cincinnati at Montreal. And we are going to play another Fall Classic game with the Mets. They take on the Phillies. So the San Francisco Giants knock off the Cubs, and they will travel to either New York or host Toronto, because Toronto was actually the lowest seed in the tournament. But what a win for the Giants in this game. Great win. Cubs tried to come back, but just couldn't hold it. Bob's Tabletop Sports, Modine, C&D Baseball TV with Tony Porter, Tim Pepper, Brandon Baker, Cody Travis. For Remain 90 Steeler fan, thank you all for joining me. And I hope you guys will join me a little later after some football. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Giants over the Cubs, 11-9. They advance. The Cubs are 1 and gone. We'll see you guys later. Take care.